Hi, I'm Richard, and welcome to YOLO Adventure.
And hello, and I'm Virginia.
Well, this is another part of our series of travel tips. As we're preparing for our world cruise, I've had to do a lot of research and make sure that everything's up to date. And so I thought I'd make a video to help you in your travels, and this has to do with passports. I did a previous series on passports, but this is sort of an update. Travel can be pretty chaotic, and if you're not fully prepared, it's even worse. So if you're planning to get away this year, the last thing you want to do is to find out at the last minute that your passport is invalid. So here are 12 passport tips that can help you avoid big headaches. The first thing, obviously, to do is to check your passport's validity. If you're planning to travel out of the country, find your passport early and make sure it's valid. Remember, many countries require that your passport be valid for at least 6 months after the arrival time before they will grant you entry to the country. It doesn't matter if you're only going for a day. If you don't have at least 6 months left on the validity of the passport, you will be denied entry. If you're applying for or renewing for a passport, don't wait until the last minute. Apply at least 4 to 6 months before you plan travel. According to the State Department, it takes about 3 to 6 weeks for you to get your passport back unless you use the expedited service, which costs us an additional $60. So before you have to pay to expedite the process, renew or apply for a passport early. I've had countless friends show up at the airport only to be turned away from their flight because they forgot or didn't know they needed a visa. For Americans, the best place to find out if you need a visa is to log on to the State Department's website, where they provide country-specific information for every country in the world. Here you will find out whether you need a visa or not, and other important information like the location of the U.S. Embassy and any consular offices. I always make sure that I have in my contacts U.S. consulate in the countries I'm visiting in my contacts, so in case I have a problem, I will be able to retrieve it fairly quickly. Also, immigration procedures vary by country, and so do the sizes of the visas, the stamps that you had in your passport. So if you travel a lot, you may have noticed that some immigration agents will stamp your passport in valuable blank pages instead of using a little spot that's available. So make sure that you maybe ask the agent to stamp on a particular page, do it very politely, and also make sure that you have enough pages blank for the countries you're visiting. And also you might even consider a second passport. If you travel internationally often and don't have time or want to risk sending your passport away to get a visa, then consider getting a second passport. This will save you time and money on expedited fees. If you're enjoying this video and find it helpful, please give us a thumbs up and make a comment. Number 6, don't ever put your passport in your back pocket. I still see men carrying their wallets or passports in their back pockets. This is a huge no-no. First of all, it's easy to get pickpocketed when it's in your back pocket. And secondly, and just as more importantly, it's easier for things to accidentally fall out this way. One of my friend's wives lost her passport in Estonia by having it in her back pocket. Always carry your money and valuables in your front pocket, where they'll be much safer. Keep in mind, an authentic U.S. passport on the black market is worth roughly $4,000. Now, you wouldn't want to put $4,000 in your back pocket now, would you? Number 7, always look twice. When you travel, always get the habit of double-checking the back seat of a taxi, the seat pocket on the plane, and your hotel room for personal items. Make sure you check the safe. I can't emphasize this enough. So many people leave their phones, wallets, and passports behind somewhere, and it's a real pain to track them down if you can get them back at all. Number 8, keep it safe. Considering your passport is worth so much money on the black market, you really want to protect it. There are numerous ways to do this, from using a money belt to having a jacket with multiple pockets. I use a Scott vest ScotteVest. You can buy it on Amazon, and it's got tons of pockets in it, and you can store things and keep them safe. One of my viewers on the other video that I put up told me that he lost his passports in the metro in Paris to pickpockets. I've lost a phone to pickpockets in Paris. So since then, we've always followed the advice given by people of the U.S. Embassy. Never carry your passport unless you're crossing a border. Just keep it in a safe place, but don't carry it around. What's a safe place? Well, depending on where you are, the answer to that question can get interesting. In the safe in your hotel room. Most hotel rooms today do have safes. Number 9, if you're traveling with a family and the father or the mother is carrying the passports, put a little colored stickers on each one of the passports. This tip comes from a friend of mine who says, I travel with my children, I'm in charge of the passports, and getting through security, I have to hand the passports so each individual one has them in hand, and by putting a colored sticker on the outside makes it easier, and there's no fumbling around and trying to look at the pages and figure out who's who. Number 10, if you're traveling internationally on a regular basis, even if it's only once a year, you can get something called global entry, GOES. And if you travel internationally at all, it really pays to have global entry, as it gives you expedited processing through the Customs and Border Patrol, CPB, at airports. And these machines you just walk up to. Now there's some that are even facial recognition, and it's a good thing to have, as well as get TSA pre-check. And if you do goes and TSA pre-check comes along with it, it's about $120, and it's good for 5 years. If you have an American Express Platinum card, pay with that card, because American Express does reimburse you for that $120. The best part is that I never have to wait more than a few minutes to go from the plane to the airport exit, which in the past could take you over an hour. This time you just go right up to the kiosk, depending on the type of identification, if it's facial or if it's fingerprints, you get your ticket and you go, and if you carry on bags, you can go right out to the street. If you're not, then you just go down to a baggage claim. You'll probably be one of the first ones down there and first ones out. The second best part is you never have to get U.S. stamps clogging your passport pages, so I don't have to renew my passport much earlier, since we no longer add passport pages. As a matter of fact, passports will probably be going away, paper passports, over the next maybe 5 years. And the reason is they're using so much electronics, facial recognition and so on, that passports may not be necessary. Number 11, use an expediter. If you need your passport right away and don't want to deal with waiting in lines and you can't afford it, then use an expediter. There are plenty of companies to choose from, and I've used several of them over the years. In 2024, the U.S. State Department has officially rolled out its online passport renewal system. It allows U.S. citizens to renew their passports more easily through a secure paperless process. So those are my tips. Most Americans don't pay attention to them, and then they get caught at airports. So make sure your passport is protected, and make sure that you know all the rules and regulations, and the U.S. State Department website can help you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a thumbs up, make a comment. The comments are very, very important, because they can answer questions that other people might have, that you have as well. And secondly, it helps with our algorithm and the growth of our channel. So thank you very much, and we'll see you on the road.
Adventure, live your dreams, chase the sunsets, follow streams, one life, one chance, come explore.
So make sure you subscribe, you hit that notification bell, and you'll get notified when we post new videos. There'll be a new video, probably 2 or 3 a week, between now and June. So looking forward to see you on the high seas and around the world.
Are we done?
We're done.
Okay.
Thank you for watching, and as always, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and see all the videos we have coming in the future. Thank you.